that like the state is passing legislation to dictate curriculum doesn't seem to be like, I understand that the education system kind of derives its power from the state, but I feel like these are conversations that should happen with school boards. Like, everybody that has a kid knows that these emails go out, that you have school board meetings, everybody's welcome to show up, and then in these school board meetings, you can have conversations with the teachers about what you feel like is appropriate or not appropriate conversations for your kids. I feel like that's the appropriate area to have those conversations. It feels kind of strange that you would create legislation at the state level to try to dictate what the curriculum should be. I just feel like that's not in the purview of that legislative body shouldn't be involved in that. And then what's more, when we go a little bit to the side of that, the idea that this opens up like so many schools to potentially, tons of lawsuits over parents feeling like, I don't like that you mentioned that this author was gay, or I don't like that you taught this play or whatever, and now I'm going to sue the school. I think kind of creates a weird effect where teachers don't know what they can even teach without potentially, bringing legal burden onto the school. I think it's kind of a scary precedent. When we talk about like formative years of children, I'm not aware of any like. I know that if you get sexually harassed at an early age, actually that's not even true. The idea that the majority of like people that abuse children were abused at an early age, even that isn't true. I don't think you can turn people gay or turn people trans just because they have something that happens early on in life.
That's not the point I was making. I meant with trauma. I didn't mean they turned gay or trans. I meant we know that there's formative years of development where an inappropriate sexual contact or something can happen between adults. It can cause a slew of problems, including just relational problems.
Sure.
It doesn't have to be sexual.
But are we
and
saying
also,
that like instruction in a classroom rises to that level of inducing trauma in children?
Well, I think that you can put a correlation between the fact of when, depends to what level you're talking about and at what age. Because I think when you talk about, if you're telling a kid that gay people exist, specifically an author of a book, right? If some kid asks, hey, why is the people kissing in the book or whatever, that's a whole different discussion of why that book's in the classroom, if parents agree with that. But the idea of having specific legislation of teaching kids, and I've seen some curriculum that's existed in certain schools that even uses math to try to explain complex sexual and gender ideas. I'm saying that I believe that kids are going through a stage of development where it's very important to keep the dimorphic view of men and women, the